So I need to be able to carve the wire guides in the bricks, and I'm going to modify this tool using the tool and cutter grinder to make it have a shape and form that will get in there and cut away on those pieces.
All right, here we go.
Okay, we have a lot of that round shape, good cutting edge, and let's recreate these flutes. Okay, so we mounted the tool up into the Dremel. I've got a piece of the block down here. Let's see what this does. So the idea is going to be able to come in through the side. We should be able to plunge and then go back and forth a little bit. Let's see how this goes. Looks like I need a way to be able to cut on the bottom after all. So we'll cut those flutes in here now. Doesn't need to be much. That needs to have enough on there to cut in on a plunge. And then once we get down to the desired depth, we're going to take the tool inside and give it a little bit of an undercut. And then we'll just tailor it to suit us once we get the wire. There's enough of a lip there to capture the wire piece. If I took a bolt, basically put a bolt in there, it will hold to some extent. And that's how easy this stone cuts. It doesn't have to be, even taking a little bolt like this and putting it on, holding a stick, and that's fine too. It's a little wide now, but that might be all it takes. So what we did was we transferred a general layout of where the coil positions are going to be onto this piece of foam board, 1/2 inch in, then over 7.2 millimeters, and then 3/8 of an inch. And we repeated that pattern on down and then drew where the coils were going to be. And we've gone ahead and we've transferred those positions, picking a center line on the blocks to draw where the coils are going to be, and in 2 places. And we're going to transfer those lines into the long lines, and then we'll relieve where the coils loop over the thinner sections. And then there's our coil wire. It's a little bit thinner in diameter than the previous wire. We have yet to pull it apart. It's 800 millimeters long. This total path is about 1600 millimeters. So when we spread this out correctly, it will fill in all of these gaps and we'll be in really good shape. We'll get on to drawing these lines and then we'll start to cut the width of the grooves into this. Very nice. Let's get the other brick. So now the next thing that needs to happen is this wire needs to be, we need to stretch this wire so it has a gap in between each one of those. I'm thinking that maybe if I use this piece of wood and stick it in there, that I should be able to start that space. Yeah. That'll be nice. That gives us the space that we need. It should double the length and give us enough to make the complete run. And then we'll take up whatever slack on the end. We have to straighten this out and crimp the connection on with the other wire. I don't know if that's the right way to do this, but it seems to be working quite well. So we took the spring and we pulled it out using just hand and holding it next to a scale. We took it out to 88 inches. It pulled itself back to 72, which is what we were shooting for. And we're going to need a little bit on the ends to make the connection piece go. It's going to be an extra 2 inches that'll be straightened out. Let's see how this fits in there now. What's that right there? Go from your bar.
Oh, okay. 75.
Yeah.
86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 92, 94, 95.
Let's give that a little bit. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the box back out, take a look at the corner piece in the back, and then drill the holes for the wires or for the other element, and go ahead and mount the thermocouple. Now I think we're going to be okay with that. Let's start insulating back in. Well, I need to bend this back piece. This is not gonna, that's not gonna work out back there for sure. And then the mounting block would go right here, and the wires would fish out through that side. So if I bend it at that one, I think that should be pretty good. So we have the terminal block in for the thermocouple, and we're ready to go ahead and connect the rest of the wiring for it. Make sure the connections are tight. That's good to go. You right on it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got 13, 14. Let's switch over to science. Pulling back down. Okay, so red goes on yellow. Hold on. I'm just making sure we're all connected all the way down through here.
Huh.
Do it.
Ready?
Yep. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's pretty nice. Yeah. All right. Whew. Whatever together. Cool. And the insulation goes 18 miles up inside of there too. Cool. Oh my.